Hello again, welcome back to the second part of this tutorial, and here I want to show you how to use Adobe Photoshop's Generative Fill for the background layer. So we have our picture from the last time, which we edited in Camera Raw, and the next thing we will do, we will make a background layer. Make sure to select all, take one of these tools here, lasso tool, polygon lasso, doesn't matter which one, and just right click into the selection and use Generative Fill. And then just prompt what you want to see. And I want to see a street at night in a futuristic city with many neon lights and rain. And just press generate. And we will get 3 images. This is the first one, the second one, and the third one. And now we can choose which one we want. I will go with picture 3. And you might say, these are not very photorealistic and not very detailed. And I just have to say, that doesn't matter if you use it as a background, especially when you have to blur out your background much. And I want to blur out the background here. So the next thing we will do is we rasterize the layer, get rid of the mask here, convert to smart filter, go to blur, blur gallery, and field blur. So with field blur, you have to control where the blurriness is and in which intensity. And we will take here to go to 65, I think. Maybe 75 would be okay too. And you can see that this part and this part is closer to us than this part. So we will take one field here with, let's say, 35, and this part here with 35 too. And up here with 45, and up here with 45 too. So, and this point here gets 25. Use high quality and press OK. You can change these settings whenever you want because we converted it to smart filter and can use the smart filter anytime. So the next thing, we will go back to our first layer and just use the Camera Raw here. Select it again because we want the settings from this layer, because we want to have the same colors. And choose here, copy, edit settings, cancel. Go back to our background layer, filter, Camera Raw, and just paste the settings. So now we have a similar kind of edit. We want to have it a little bit more brightness, give it more contrast. The highlights are good. The whites can be a little bit up. So. And we will decrease the shadows and the blacks to normal. Just press OK. So we have our first layer here. We will just copy this layer and put it in the front. And now we will use the select subject because we want to take away the background of this image so that we can use our AI generated image as a background. So this works pretty well. We have to tweak the selection a little bit. You can see here this part. Just select this little part until it is fully encircled. Good. Can make some corrections with adding more to the mask. This works good as well. And we will modify our selection with a smoother border. So yeah, now we have that smoothed out. And now we can just click on the layer mask. And as you can see, we now got rid of our background and have the AI generated background. We have to make some corrections here with this picture. Just make sure to select the layer mask. Select the normal brush, a little bit bigger, and choose color black and the flow of 100%. And go into the picture. And smooth that out. Doesn't need to be too smooth, but I think that's okay. Can smooth some other background issues here too. I would say let's give it a softer brush, softer transition to the background. Same thing applies here too. Just a little bit softer. Okay. And here in the hair too. Good. Next thing we will do is a dodge and burn, because we want to match the lighting here with the lighting in our picture a little bit. And when I look at this picture, I have to say that's pretty much too dark. And that's why I will go back to camera raw here. And I will change that. Our exposure is too dark. This would be much, much better. More highlights, much more white. And that's the better style you see. Okay. So next thing we will do is make a new layer. First thing, dodge. We will name it dodge. Okay. Take your brush and make sure to give it the right size for the picture. Yes, that would be great. And we can choose the flow of, let's say, 15. And just paint where light will come. And this will be here. See this light panel here. Here. We will have light here on the collar and the shoulders. Here, here, and here. Of course, on the arm and the hand. And you don't need to be very accurate by doing that. It's fully okay to paint a little bit over, to overshoot a little bit. So, but make sure where light meets the face or the hand, that it's pretty much covered. So now we have done that, clip our mask, and then we will choose overlay with, let's say, 50%. The next thing we will do is burn, new layer. Let's call it burn. And we will darken some parts, like here. take a little bit bigger brush, darken here on the hand. Okay, and we will choose blur, Gaussian blur. Around 50 is okay. Use soft light, around 50%. And clip this mask too. Better. So the next thing is we will match the light colors with our picture. So a new layer, colors, and just choose the background colors, like here. And a big brush. To add those colors to our portrait. Same thing with the orange one here. You have to mix it a little bit up here. We have a smooth transition. Same thing here. Teal one here. And more of orange. And we have this bluish tint down here. And we will take this in this color mode here. 2. So then we have the colors in the background and we want to match it a little bit with the hair. Same thing here. Okay. And now we are doing two things. The first one is we clip this mask to see, okay, these are the colors we will get. Then we will soften it, blur, Gaussian blur, around 30. And use it in overlay mode. Make sure that it's not too much, let's say 20. Looks fine to me. Just copy this layer with Ctrl J. And this time this mask is not clipped. So it applies to the background too. And we will not have it in overlay, we will have it in normal mode just to show you that this were the colors. We will once again go to blur, Gaussian blur, let's say 70. And this time this will apply to the background too with soft light. You see that it's in the background too. And so we adapted our colors. The next thing we will do is we change the color mode of both pictures together. So we will go to use solid color and we will choose a dark purple color for the dark tones. Make sure to be here with your mouse. Double click and take down the underlaying layer high levels until you have all the black or almost black parts of your picture, which is here. Then Alt key, take it down here, and you can see where we're going. And now just choose overlay. let's say 50%. The same thing we will do with our highlight colors. Say this one here. Okay. And now we'll take these parts up. Alt key and OK. And go to Soft Light 2. You can add one more layer if you want to, and we'll show you, but it's not necessary. If you want to have a little bit of contrast, you can change to yellow-orange type of color. Choose that. And you can create some kind of mid-tone here. And make it smooth too. And again, soft light with, let's say, 30%. Okay, one last thing we want to do is we have this futuristic glasses here, and we want them to pop out a little bit more. So let's have a new layer, glasses, and we have this orange color here, and we want to use that. So choose a similar color, zoom into the picture, take a little bit smaller brush, and outline what you want to have a little bit more highlighted. I'll take a bigger brush, I think. Again, here you don't have to be pretty accurate. Just make sure to follow the lines. I will take the lines in the middle here too. And the one above the nose. Okay. Gaussian blur with 20. Now we will choose, let's say, linear light or linear dodge. I would say linear light with around 30%. That's okay. And you can see the light is now popping out of the image. So just save. This was how to use the Generative Fill for backgrounds. I hope you liked this video, and make sure to press like and subscribe, and see you in the next video.